Hello there. I don't typically make videos like this, but I wanted to draw attention to something, and I apologize for the overall lack of editing, scripting, etc. So I'm going to be rambling and stumbling upon my own words. I apologize, but I wanted to bring attention to this because I haven't seen anyone talking about this in my niche little sphere of the internet. Alright, so there is a startlingly large amount of AI generated music video game compilation channels, is what I'm going to call them. The music in the background you're hearing now is from my own human curated relaxing engage music tier list. That's on my channel Genu Palico, as I'm scrolling down and you can see here. Genu Palico. That is my secondary channel where I post basically everything that is not fit on my first one and isn't related to VTubing. Alright, back to the topic at hand. So, they do quite a few of the same things that I would be doing, which is, putting together relaxing video game music for listening pleasure. And I always encourage people to do the same thing I do, because, that's a good thing. It's always a good thing to have more people who want to make interesting audio files, It's always interesting. I love to see people and meet people who do more of the same things I do. That's so cool. It's interesting. But in this situation, they are very clearly using AI-generated art aspects, AI-generated descriptions, etc., etc. And it's very, very disheartening, for lack of a better term. They very clearly have talent. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to be generous, but you'll start to see why I think this is AI generated a little more as I move things around and show them to you. So just from this example here alone, let me scoot this around a little bit. If you look at this art here, right, it has weird AI art things incorporated, but for the most part, it looks like this. It's fine, that maybe it's not. You could give it the benefit of the doubt, maybe, but this little guy right here looks weird. This little dog dude right here, he looks a bit strange, but I mean, otherwise, it looks fine, right? And then you look at their icon here, which I don't think I could really zoom in farther. Give me a second. I have to resize Florp. If you look, the art here seems to be AI generated at a glance. Although I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that this could also be official Pichu artwork. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because I never want to assume a creator is using AI in some way. And let's get back to... So, again, this is structured very weirdly, this video. I'm sorry. But this is, let's just take a look at their other stuff, shall we? So, I'm scrolling through here. Let me make this window smaller for you. It's a little smaller. And how I found out about this was getting it in my feed, because again, I listen to a lot of music, video game music compilations like this. So naturally, I'm going to get this because I am in the sphere. Let me make it, there we go. So scrolling through, and I honestly don't even want to click on one of these videos to bring like views and stuff their way. But if you were to click on a few of the videos, which is not recommended, they do have authentic gameplay from stuff like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, farming games, Nintendo games. However, it's the music within the videos itself that gives away that it is most likely not handpicked by a human. So let me go to my second example, which is another AI generated channel. Let me refresh the page. And if you notice, it has a typical, the similar typical like naming scheme. Gaming, Fancy Fox Gaming, Farm Life Gaming, and they are all AI generated for better or for worse term. Actually, let me scroll back up and look at this. Okay, take a look here. So we click on their description, and you can see here that they have a structure like this, which is cool, right? All right, cool. They give credits to Nintendo, Square Enix. This will be very important. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit more so it's not so. Okay, there we go. So you see this. This is very important. Keep this in mind. Okay. Now let me shrink this again. Let me shrink it a little more. And then move over to this Farm Life Gaming channel, which already just gives me not very good hope. The banner is, again, much in the same vein, very like video game like, and then has the AI something. There's just AI artifacting. I'm not quite sure how to phrase this here. So if you go over here, you click on this, it's structured in almost the exact same way as the other one. They even have a Twitter account, an Instagram account, much in the same vein as these guys do as well. So okay. And this, again, this is just two that I've seen. There are numerous amounts of these. And what I wanted to bring to your attention was this is not okay. As someone who does this by hand, right? And selects music and stuff by hand. Absolutely. And I love to do it, by the way. This really does not set a good, precedent. And it's just contributing to the already growing AI problem that YouTube has. Because I know that there is a video out there about AI generated music that is being slapped in the middle of normal music, and you won't even realize that you're listening to AI generated music. And that sucks. That's terrible. I just know. I'm so disappointed. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. So my point here is I want you to obviously don't go to these channels. Don't give them more attention than they deserve. Don't report them or anything like that. No harassment anyway, stuff like that. But what I do want you to do is to be aware. And I want to show you a few signs for if you are someone who listens to music like this, like I do. I want you to be aware, okay? Here are a few signs. And I went over them a little bit earlier, but so watch out for AI generated avatars, naming structures that seem to be very odd. There's just something so odd about it, right? Same goes for the handles, and then check the description, the bio. Check it there and look at how they structure things. Another good thing to look at is go click on their, well, maybe don't click on it, but if you want to identify if it is a AI generated thing or not, look at their socials. Look at them. They are all structured very much the same. They all have this this is just thrown through a generator and then created type of feeling. Now, yeah, see, exact same thing. It's all the same. I don't want to, like, harass these people or dox them or anything like that, so please don't do that. But I am showing you this so that you're aware and you don't listen to music or click on videos or give views to these people who are very clearly making money off of their AI generated stuff. Another good example, if none of these other signs are here and present and you still are like kind of, maybe they are actually using AI for this. Another great example is listen to the music, all right? So at the end of a song, there is something called a transition. If the transition, which is the one song ending, then going into another song, if the transition for this is bad or sounds terrible, you most likely have AI on your hands. Now, I know that humans can do very terrible transitions because the transitions to the music you're probably hearing are not the best. However, what I will say is that it will still feel cohesive in some way. It will feel like a human did take a look at this and try to, add cohesion to it. It will have thought into it. Another thing to look out for is that since these are AI created, you will run into them randomly selecting a video game soundtrack, music piece, etc., what have you, where they are using silver gunner rips, and I can tell it's a silver gunner rip because the video that I got in my feed to make this video had a silver gunner rip as one of the songs. It was a Pokemon Black and White 2 Silver Gunner Rip, and as someone who listens to Silver Gunner Rips, I like Silver Gunner quite a lot. I'm going to hear it. Something that they do quite frequently, and if you look in the comments, someone else has also pointed this out. They will just randomly use any video, rip the audio from it, and then put it into one of these compilations. And that oftentimes includes silver gunner rips or just rips in general. Now, this would not be a problem had it been curated by an actual human being, but it wasn't. So that does not happen. If this were curated by an actual human being, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. If you're using genuine video game music, then you are definitely not using silver gunner rips. That's all I'm saying. You're not using silver gunner rips. Okay. To wrap this all up, because this video is getting quite long as is, and I don't want to stay here too long and ramble more. Please, 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 instead of watching these videos, click not interested, do not recommend channel, or something like that. Do not report them, because honestly, they've probably been reported before, and nothing has happened because YouTube is becoming a very AI front platform. So do not give them attention. Do not listen to the video. Oh, excuse me. Do not watch the video. Anything like that. The best thing you can do is ignore their existence completely. And instead, what you should do is listen to compilation channels who actually do this in a very humane and ethical way. Totally not plugging myself. Another great channel who is a great example of this is well, I can't think of any right now off the top of my head. I will try to find some and link them down below. I really can't think of any off the top of my head right now. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to think of this on the fly, and yeah, if you guys know, my brain is notably very empty a lot of the time, and I have to take 5 business years in order to form a thought. My apologies. It takes like 5 business years for me to actually think of something. So, Rip. There are legitimate, like, channels who also do this type of thing that I do as well. Um, After this video is over, I'm going to put links in the description of channels who are legitimate, not robots. They're not like, you know, the bots. They're not bots who actually do this type of thing. I actually a very good example right now off the top of my head, but I will try to find more good examples and put them in the description so you can support them instead is Vapid. A Vapid Bobcat. They do great work. Their stuff is great. In fact, I listen to their compilations quite a bit. They're good. And as you can see, they have a quarter of the subscribers of these other channels. In my opinion, Nintendo should focus on taking those other AI generated channels down instead of Vapid, but it is what it is. You know, I can't do too much about that. But anyways, thank you for clicking on this video, and please do be aware. And also not harass anyone. Okay, thank you. Please be aware. Just ignore any AI stuff because you can't do too much about it otherwise. And thank you for clicking on this video. I just wanted to bring your attention to it. Bye bye!